Many of our authorities maintain that the basis of all mitzvos is really the concept of hakaras hatov.
I have a lot of appreciation to Joel Baum, personally and professionally.
As his assistant, we had so many opportunities for fun, for laugh, for the serious times, for the challenging times.
I knew Joel Baum for about 20 years or so since he joined. He and his wife Zahava joined the Young Israel of Flatbush when they moved into the neighborhood. He loved to do chesed, got involved in the Chevra Kadisha right away, and became one of the pillars of the Chevra Kadisha. He really couldn't say no. Anytime anybody asked him to do a favor, he couldn't say no to them.
Joel was a person who had tremendous simcha in his life. He was a family man who cared deeply about his children and his grandchildren.
Joel would sometimes ask me questions about matters pertaining to the school or to his involvement with different things. He always was very, very careful. He wanted to do the right thing. He wanted to do the right thing as a person for himself, but he also wanted to do the right thing for the school.
I think that Joel looked at the students of Shulamith School like he looked at his own children and his own grandchildren, and it was a very beautiful thing.
He really didn't need Shulamith, but he was so keen on making sure that this school's transition went as smooth as possible.
I never heard any complaints about Joel's behavior as in his capacity as executive director. It's a very difficult position to be in, and you can often, I imagine, rub people the wrong way. But I think Joel had a very good knack for getting along with people.
He was so ecstatic, so happy to be here in the school and to be in a state of simcha. So we had this program learning about simcha and how to instill more simcha in our lives.
I came into the office Tanis Esther morning when it's topsy-turvy day in school, and I received a phone call from Mr. Baum. He called me from his cell phone, and he requested that I please go into his office to make sure that the heat was on. It was in the winter time. So I said, of course, no problem, hung up the phone, and after I did the combination lock and opened the door, he scared me sitting at his desk and surprising me in his doctor's outfit.
Erev Yom Kippur, after Mincha, Joel couldn't find the keys to his car. Couldn't find his car keys, looking all over. Turned out that another fellow who's somewhat of a prankster had taken them and held them. And finally, after Joel was really looked all over high and low and was really, this guy said, here they are, and gave it to him. If that would have happened to me, I would have been furious at the person who did this. Joel just took it in stride and said, I can't believe you did that, and he smiled at him, and everything was fine. Anybody who knew Joel liked him. He endeared himself to everybody, and he did it with a beautiful combination of warmth and humor.
The foremost greatest aspects of Joel's professionalism was that of his sensitivity. He was a professional par excellence, and unequivocally, where he didn't necessarily need Shulamith, Shulamith absolutely needed him.
For the first couple of years that Joel was here, we were in kind of survival mode, and he really did a great job to help us survive through very difficult times, and often at personal self-sacrifice. And his vision and mine, and the board's vision, of course, is to move out of that, which we have.
There was no question that the success of Shulamith was very important to Joel. Nonetheless, way greater than that was his love for his wife Zahava and their children. Their success and the nachas that they brought to them was unequivocally the most important thing in his life.
Joel, we remember you. You should be remembered with a bracha, and you will not be forgotten here at Shulamith School of Brooklyn.